I'm Luke Kerfuffle, and you don't know who you are. Upon the ringing of a bell, you open your eyes and find yourself in an unfamiliar place. You have no recollection of your past and, as such, your identity. Surrounded by a scarlet forest, you turn your gaze to the sky, and gliding there above you are vaguely familiar creatures. They look almost like you, but they have wings, and you do not. What would you assume this says about you and your existence? Would you believe yourself to be inferior or superior, the end or the beginning, an imitation or the original? This is the original Starwalker, and you will struggle to find him on your first playthrough of Deltarune. In the room with the unoriginals, you need to walk to the very end, ring the bell, and then walk all the way back, and there he'll be, waiting for you. But if you leave the room and finish the chapter before finding him, he'll never appear again. The only reason I know about Starwalker is from seeing art of him online and thinking he was some original joke character, until I stumbled upon an explanation of how to find him. He has since become one of my favorite characters in the entire game, and I believe that he is crucial to its metatextual narrative. Similarly crucial and tough to find is the Forgotten Man, who upon finding will give you an egg. The method of discovering him is extremely unintuitive, requiring going back and forth between two rooms in chapters 1 and 2, and a far longer, more involved process in chapter 3 and somewhat in 4. But if you find him, he'll be waiting for you just behind a tree from the Scarlet Forest. The in-game purpose of his presence and the connected eggs is extremely mysterious, and yet he is present in every single chapter, just like Starwalker. In fact, the room in which you find Starwalker is one of the rooms you have to travel between to find the Forgotten Man. Two enigmatic, tonally distinct characters whose presence is most likely discovered through the sharing of knowledge, having their first encounter placed only one hidden room away from each other, feels very intentional. Both, by the very nature of their existence, feel reminiscent of early internet rumors, both distinct yet linked by inherent disbelief at their existence. The only difference here is that they are real. One of my favorite theories regarding the Forgotten Man was crafted by the Bee's Knee in their video, I Know Deltarune's Eggman. I'll link it in the description so you can fully watch it after this, but the element of the theory important for this video is their hypothesis that the Forgotten Man is serving as commentary on a developer's relationship with their game through a literalized Easter egg, their process of being forgotten similar to the literary concept known as death of the author. What I am theorizing is that Starwalker is serving a similar purpose, but instead of a commentary on a developer's relationship with their game, he is the embodiment of the developer's relationship with their audience. In Undertale's 6th anniversary livestream, where they play Deltarune for some reason, Toby Fox begs to unlock him on behalf of the fans, and when they do, he shows the original concept art for him, stating, "He originally looked like this, the same. Because he's the original. The original is always the original." Looking at the other pieces of concept art shown throughout the stream, it is clear how much iteration and development Toby and his team went through to make everything look and feel just right. But with Starwalker, he put him into the game as is, including all of his original dialogue. And the audience responded. They loved Starwalker. I found out about him through them, and now I love Starwalker. One of the things fans respond to best about Starwalker is how he refuses to abide by all established rules of Deltarune's world. His prerogative is to surprise the player, and he does so by any means necessary. In Chapter 2, he suddenly acquires a walk cycle on the level of a main character. In Chapter 3, he is able to speak using Tenna's exclusive speech quirk, something not even Spampton can do. In Chapter 4, he is portrayed as a statue even though he never turns to stone in any of the other Dark Worlds, and later on he joins in to help save the day, something he has done not once, but twice. On the topic of saving, in Starwalker's concept art at the very top of the page, we can see the beak and wings of a bird Starwalker just obscured from view. But what we can see clearly is an arrow right beside pointing down to a 4-pointed star. This shape is extremely evocative in the design language of Deltarune and Undertale, as it's the shape of a save point. The only difference between the two games is that all the save points in Deltarune are white or clear, and all the save points in Undertale are yellow. The same exact shade of yellow as the original Starwalker. A character who does not abide by the same rules as any other character is one of the most direct idea-to-execution interactions between Toby and his audience, and has already helped to save the day twice, is the same shape and color as Undertale's save points. The original save points. Just like save points, Starwalker's tangible presence in Deltarune is vague at best. In the light world, all of your dark world items appear in your inventory as a ball of junk. You can drop this ball of junk, but it will permanently discard everything. To test just what this ball of junk holds, I dropped it in Chapter 2 right before bringing all of the darkness from Card Kingdom over to Castletown, and once Lancer, Rules, and Starwalker joined my party, the junk ball reappeared. I made sure not to pick up anything during my time in Castletown, and since Lancer and Rules appeared as cards, I thought perhaps Starwalker could have somehow joined the junk ball. So for science, I anxiously dropped it. But upon entering Cyberworld, there he was in the inventory. This leads me down two paths of thinking. Firstly, that Starwalker could be a card. You can try to drop the cards, but the game simply doesn't allow you, stating you can't throw these away, allowing Lancer and Rules to remain in the inventory. Looking at the many suits of cards throughout history, there are multiple that use a yellow star or a yellow diamond symbol, reminiscent of a 4-pointed star. But I think if Starwalker were to be any kind of card, he would be a tarot card. In the Major Arcana, there is a card titled the Star, often interpreted as symbolizing hope, and with Chris and Caddy's inclination towards spirituality, I could imagine how a couple tarot cards might get mixed in with the playing cards. But this leads me to my second option, one that I think is the most likely, that Starwalker is intentionally incorporeal in the light world because originally, so were the save points. In a post from January, Toby wrote that a tester believed players would find it inconvenient that they couldn't save in the light world, and while Toby was initially reluctant to add any save points, he decided to do so late into development of Chapter 4. This makes Starwalker's behavior make a lot more sense to me, even down to his odd placement in your key items, permanently in the upper left corner as if placed there by default. Starwalker, as an entity, is in conversation with the game mechanics and design. He doesn't abide by any rules, except perhaps by those the save points do. But now, the save points don't abide by those rules. They're there for the player. Toby made the decision to implement save points into the light world because he felt it would elevate the player's experience at the cost of whatever was keeping him from putting them there in the first place. Likewise, Starwalker is designed to surprise players who seek out everything Deltarune has to offer. He is placed there for them, but he still contains the unfiltered vision Toby had for him. He is everything the save points couldn't be. He is the original, and his greatest sacrifice would be to become one of the many stars we've known for so long. Perhaps the biggest question I should have strived to answer here is, why are these birds pissing him off? Perhaps it is their desperation to be closer to the stars, their sacrifice of the land to be ever so closer to the sky. Starwalker, in refusing this temptation, embraces the inherent power inside of him. It is in his radical acceptance, his determination to be himself, that he contains the ability to save the world.
City of Starwalker, are you shining just for me? City of Starwalker, there's so much that I can't see. Who knows? Is this this the start of something wonderful and new? Or one more dream that I cannot make true? These dreams are pissing me off. I am the original Starwalker.
Thanks for watching.